Welcome back, everyone, to Pineleaf, the Dragon Disciple, where we have our third quest here in the Borderlands. So let's see what the Castellan has for us. Excellent! With the road safe once more, perhaps we can finally resupply the keep. Things are beginning to happen, Pineleaf. We're now in a position where we can tear down the monster army from within. Okay, what do you need me to do next? We've heard some very interesting things about the gnolls and the Caves of Chaos. Things which can turn to our advantage. Speak with Dolnor the Devout about these rumors. Okay, the gnolls. Okay, I'll learn the scuttlebutt on the gnolls. Usually I tend to like to save the gnolls for last, but since this time we're doing it in order, let's go and do this now. The gods keep you, adventurer! With the cult of evil chaos riling the monsters from beyond our valley with their dark magic, I've been praying for someone like you to come along. Our fighters have been struggling to beat back the gnolls that have taken up residence in the Caves of Chaos, but we recently captured a young gnoll who gave us some valuable information. This dissension is growing in the gnoll ranks. Some gnolls wish to return to the mountains that they call home. This is our chance. While they're distracted with their own petty squabbles, rush in and push them out of those caves. Will you help us drive them out? Okay, I'm always interested in knocking around gnoll skulls. Okay. Anything you can tell me about these particular gnolls, though? From what I've seen, there are two factions living in the camp. Tawny brown gnolls and demonic-looking red and black gnolls. They're all dangerous, crafty beasts, but the demonic ones are more vicious. Even our soldiers often turn and run if they spot them in the wild. I'd be on my guard against that lot. Okay, two factions, right. Okay, so I will drive them out. So, let us go and deal with these gnolls and their violent delights. Since I have a couple of new skills now, it's time for me to test them out. I guess we'll start out the testing with this bear here. Of course, if he dies before I get the thing off, it doesn't help much of a test. There are two reasons why I tend to do the gnolls last instead of third as they normally appear in here. One is that right here is the final dungeon in here, so if I go in a circle, that was naturally last, and the gnolls, which I think that these are the gnolls, yeah, so these are just before that, so that pushes to last. Also, some things can get rather, say, hectic here, which wants me to save them until I've got a couple extra action points usually. So now I'm doing it with only 3, but we'll see. I should be fine, right? I suppose it's time to find out. Here is Eula Bloodgleam.
You can see gnoll guards ahead, blocking the entrance to their camp. Just as you brace yourself for a fight, another gnoll calls out to you in a shrill voice.
You there! If you're looking for a way inside, I've got just the thing. But I might need something myself.
Of course. What is this? Eula here's adventurers cause trouble in Borderlands. Lucky you, Eula has bone to pick with tribe. Chief, bring tribe to Borderlands when Cult of Evil Chaos say so. Half of tribe convinced too. We all come, but no outlanders still want to go back to mountain. Cult of Evil Chaos, nothing but trouble. Okay, so what does that have to do with me? Humans and keep sent you, yes? You'll know easy way to help humans. Convince no outlanders that they should go back to the mountains. They turn against the cult, no reason to stay. Then Dampier only fights half the Gnoll tribe. Eula give you charm of evil chaos that she stole to enter camp. Say it's from you from Colt, and then Garth will let you inside. Then pretend you not met me. If Mother know I gave you charm, she kill Eula. Okay, I won't mention that you gave it to me. Fine. Now, why are you being so helpful?
Eula Bloodgleam, daughter of the Gnoll chieftain, has given you a charm of evil chaos to help you infiltrate the camp. She and the Gnoll Outlanders want to leave the Borderlands.
Alright, there is a charm around here somewhere, right? Ah! Yeah, that's what I thought. There you go. It's hard to see in the dirt. Now, we have these 3 guards here who just saw her talking to me and me picking something up. Are you sure they're not going to get the connection? What do you think you do here? No outsider in camp. Oh, turn tail, outsider. No, let rotten Dampier inside camp. No way. Rotten Dampier, you say? Well, I guess I'll go and tell the calls that you won't let a treasured member inside. Do you have something to hide? You from Call of Evil Chaos? No proof? No let inside. Well, what about this charm of evil chaos for proof that I'm sure that Eula did not just give me?
The guards scramble to let you pass. Just as Eula said, a visitor from the Cult of Evil Chaos commands their attention.
Okie dokie.
You find a stone slab inscribed with Gnollish glyphs. After a moment, you're able to decipher the strange writing.
Now, don't ask me how I know Gnollish, both their script and their language, so that I could read this, but let's see what it says. No like small cave. Rhea miss home. Miss tall mountains outside Borderlands. But no leave without Kolva. She smart no. She know best. If Kolva want stay, Rhea stay. So therefore, if I want to get Rhea to leave, then I had to convince Kolva to leave. Okay.
You find Rhea Brasstuck's diary hidden in the dirt. It seems Rhea admires Kolva Pebbleskin.
Okay, dokie. We'll have to talk to Boomfoot later. I think I know the layout of this place a little bit better than I did on the previous quest. Okay, let's not lose my cleric. Okay, go along here. Okay, this is Oro Sandcloak, important outlander. What here? A Dampier all by itself inside camp? Who let you in, Oro wonders. Well, I'm from the Cult of Evil Chaos, and I can prove it. See this charm? You have shiny charm. Big deal. Other gnolls heads thicker than tree trunks, but not Oro's. But I no care who you really are, phony cultist. Eula already convinced me to leave the camp. Tricking other outlanders will work, but maybe Dampier can push wary gnolls over the edge. Oh, and how might I be able to do that? Oro here, chief, and cultist gnolls sacrifice outlanders to Cult of Evil Chaos. But I cannot prove it. Sacrifice humans, other gnolls, no one cares. But sacrifice outlanders, they want blood. Last outlander who disappeared was Gravemaw. Gravemaw never took off shiny ring stolen from human in keep. Orobet's ring is somewhere with the cultist gnolls. Alright, and what do you get out of this? Oro gets to go home and keep skin on back. Outlander's not safe in Borderlands. Scram back to mountains. Okay, I will see what I can find, alright?
Oro Sandcloak lets you in on a secret. Chief Bloodgleam has been lying to the Outlanders about sending their comrades to join the cult. If you can prove that Outlanders are being killed as sacrifices instead, it will destroy their loyalty to the Chief.
Alright, so what do we have here? We have another a diary. Diary of Boomfoot. This last time Zark steal my food. He need hunt his own prey. Thief better watch out. Boomfoot knows things and not afraid to tell. Ooh, Boomfoot.
This tablet belongs to a gnoll named Boomfoot, who claims to know a dark secret about Zark's Soot Club. Talking to Boomfoot could be very useful.
Yes, Boomfoot is this way, meaning I'm backtracking a little bit here. But I'd like to talk to Boomfoot now. This is Boomfoot. The stranger wants something from Boomfoot? Yes. What do you know about Zark Soot Club? Zark the Vicious? Boomfoot can't help but laugh. Last big battle, Boomfoot injured leg, so rest on a boulder. Boomfoot look around and see Zark cover his fear behind a tree, cowering fear. And Boomfoot start thinking, has anyone ever seen Zark fight? He talk and talk about being tough and rush a battle, but Zark a coward. And if he keeps stealing Boomfoot's food stores, everyone in cave will know it. Thank you.
Boomfoot reveals that Zark Soot Club, the renowned Outlander fighter, can't stand the sight of blood. Time to let Zark know what you know.
Alright, now let's see what we can do about that. Now, let's see, we continue along this way. Here is Zark. We'll start with Zark. Who are you? What does Dampier from Cult want with Zark? Just talking, taking a look around. I've heard some of your lot want to leave the borderlands. Is true Zark miss mountains? But Zark follow Cult because Chief Bloodgleam follow Cult. And Chief brings Zark the Vicious to Valley of battle and blood. Well, Boomfoot told me that you actually don't like all this battle and blood stuff. Boomfoot! He dared destroy my reputation. Zark the Vicious! Zark tear him from limb to limb. Oh, honey, he actually said I there? That's very interesting there, because in most places all throughout here, it's hard to see any place where they have a first person, because they seem to always refer to themselves in the third person, which is an interesting turn in their linguistics. I would presume it comes from how their language is structured. Yeah, it's true. Zark would vomit at sight of blood. Zark missed day sleeping on mountain top with easy prey. Humans and keep hurt Zark. You can't tell anyone of what Boomfoot said. Zark will tell others to leave. Okay, not so vicious after all, it seems, then. Okay, dokie, good. Now, what do we have here? So that we have one more tablet to read, which is this one, and two more gnolls to convince. This says, Diary of Kova Pebbleskin. Oh yeah, Kova is important here. Blood and chaos. Can't find my lucky rat bone. Kova bet other gnolls eat it. Lucky bone for luck, not for food. Okay, I will go and see if I can find lucky rat bone.
You've stumbled across Kova Pebbleskin's diary. The Outlander writes about losing her lucky rat bone. Finding it might persuade her to join your side.
Okay, then we can go this way. And turn that. Actually, should we get a little combat practice?
Vermin squirm inside the sealed chamber. When the creatures notice you, they attack. The last of the vermin lets out a mangled shriek as you knock it into the dirt.
Okay, well, the poison was effective, it looks like, against those particular enemies. Good to know. So it does work. I guess that's the important thing to get out of that. Chief Bloodgleam, leader of Null cultists. What's this? Worm from cult crawls into my camp? Cult elders not tell me you coming? Interesting. Well, of course, it's a surprise inspection. I see. I do all that cult commands. I bring many sacrifices to the shrine. Convert more outlanders every day. See for yourself. Okay, don't mind. You don't mind if I take a look at the shrine then? Just perfectly normal inspection. No need to worry. As you wish. An adventurer's pack. You peer closely at the Shrine of Evil Chaos. At first, you see nothing out of the ordinary, but underneath the bone, you spy a gleaming gemstone ring, just like the one Gravemaw used to wear. Okay, that looks like proof to me. But how I know it's the same ring, I don't know.
You spot a gemstone ring among the rubble of bones and blood. Oros said Gravemaw always wore a ring like that before he went to serve the cult. This proof of Gravemaw's death will convince the Outlanders once and for all that they should abandon the cult.
Okay, now we have the shiny rat bone. You find a polished set of animal ribs that have been picked clean. This must be the lucky rat bone that Kolva has been missing. Okay, good. So now we could convince Kolva. And that should be all that we need, right? I think that's everything. All we have to do is convince 2 more cultists to leave, but... I mean, 2 more Outlanders to turn against the cultists. Yeah, I think this is the way, right? And since one of them is Kolva Pebble-skinned, and Rhea should go where Kolva goes, right? Okay, so let's go to Kolva Pebbleskin. You're in the wrong part of the cave. No, cult go another side. So, you're not allied with the cult then? So, why are you here? Foolish chief drag us here from home in mountains. She'd tell us to follow cult one by one. Leave would be nice, but is not wise. Kova has been lucky lately. Leave would be risky. Oh, has not been lucky lately. Well, I found these rat bones by the fire of the cultist side of the camp. Something about it seems lucky to me. Hey, my lucky rat bone! Cultist must have snatched it. The stranger brings good fortune, Kova thinks. She will take risk and return to mountains. Her fortune changes. Okay, the greater the risk, greater the reward. Okay, and now that leaves... You see, this is Rhea, right? Yes, Rhea Brasstusk. Rhea shouldn't talk to you. Rhea not very smart. Rhea told stay out of cult business. You know that Kova told me that she wants to leave the borderlands. What do you say about that? Kova said so? She wisest, smartest Rhea knows. If Kova wants to go, Rhea will spread the word. Then go quickly.
The Knoll nods in agreement. You've convinced enough Knoll Outlanders to turn against Chief Bloodgleam and her cult. You've convinced members of the tribe to turn against the Cult of Evil Chaos and found proof that Chief Bloodgleam has been lying about sending the Outlanders to work with the cultists. This should be more than enough to create an uprising in the Knoll's ranks.
All right.
Chief Bloodgleam bellows at the crowd.
You would trust this outsider over your own chief? Have you forgotten everything the cult has done for you idiots?
The Outlanders seem to reconsider, but you have something that will convince them. You hold up Gravemaw's bloody ring and reveal that you found it in the chief's shrine.
Chief said Gravemaw joined the cult!
Someone shouts.
But Gravemaw never took off that ring! He's dead and will be back!
Alright. Well then.
Another group of Gnolls rushes into the chamber.
Okay, good. Now for you guys. And you guys. Boy, a lot easier if I have a ranged weapon.
You think you've won against the onslaught of Knoll cultists. But then another wave floods
Of course.
in, pouring for blood and chaos.
Good.
You look around at the blood-stained earth. Not a single cultist remains standing. The Outlanders cheer, relieved that they can finally leave the borderlands behind.
Yay!
Those fools! I can't believe they took the bait!
Eula stands beside Oro, who laughs with her. There must be more to these two than it initially seemed.
Uh-huh. What's this all about? Ha ha! Foolish one! You do everything Eula wanted! Now that hard part over! Eula, that adventurer, finally asked some good questions! I'm guessing that you didn't do this for the Outlanders, did you? Outlanders? Ha! They'll run back to the mountains for good now! But Uro and Eula want more than same old life and same old mountains. We want to be together. Knowing Chief, she'd kill Eula for loving enemy Knoll like Oro. But Chief Bloodgleam can't tell Eula what to do if she is dead first. So don't you care for that your mother and half the tribe are now dead? Cult had to go, you agree? Besides, if Eula not give you charm, all Knolls and tribe will be dead, not just half. Who's real hero here, now me or you? Oro and Eula leaving while dust settles, but you help Eula, so I help you. Keep charm of evil chaos, and we will help when it's time for the cult leaders to die. All's what it is, all, I guess.
With Chief Bloodgleam and the other cultists out of the way, Eula and Oro can finally escape into the wilds together. As they turn to leave, Eula tells you to hold on to the charm of evil chaos she gave you, in case you need help defeating the rest of the cult.
Dodge plus 1%. Oh, hold on. A club of acid. Oh, this is perfect for my character. Yes. Finally. I mean, this is it. Okay. Acid lore plus 5% passive. Your acid spells gain 5% equipment bonus. Actually, no, it's not perfect. I do poisons, not acid. Oh, well. Anyway, I put acid as number 2, though, right? So I guess occasionally that will be around. And also a bonus to fire spell power. Well, let's say it's better than nothing. Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. It's better than nothing for now. So I will put this right over here. There we go. And we have dodge plus 1%, spell lore 1%, reconstruct. Okay, I guess I'll use the new gloves. And I guess that is it. We are finished. Oh. Now, the good news is I can take the pile of gold. Not that means much to a TR character. Unfortunately, I cannot open that. So, we will have to skip on that part of the loot. So, let's get back to the keep. I have dealt with the Knolls. I'm thankful that the gods have safely returned you to us, Pineleaf. And it warms my heart to know that you spared at least some of the Knolls. Hopefully, the survivors will find their own god to worship now that they're not forced into following the cult of evil chaos. You've earned every bit of this reward. May the gods guide you in your journey. Alright, so what do we get? Ooh, actually something I can use. Either electrical resistance with a little bit of constitution. Ooh. And armor bonus plus 3 and electrical resistance Okay, they're both on the armor bonuses the same. This has They both have electrical resistance. Oh, this has more electricity absorbed. This is really good against electricity. This is only +1 Constitution, which I don't think really helps me all that much, right? Because, yeah, I'm at 14, so +1 doesn't really do all that much for me. So I'll take this. And don the new outfit. Okay. Now that's settled, let's see who we have to fight next, which we'll look into in the next episode of Piney Plays The Dragon Disciple.